Hello everybody, welcome to the Anno Rome demo. So we're going to try to build an authentic Roman city right now, and it's actually pretty cool. And if you look at the picture that I'm showing right now, you can see it's a little bit longer than it is wide. And what's interesting is I have tried this out and it actually works really, really well. So if you're looking for just a repetitious design that looks good and can get the job done, follow me and let's do this. So we're going to start off by going with a road up. And I'm going to do a road over into our forest area. I'm going to do the forest over here. We could do sideways roads. That's nothing wrong with that. We're going to do 2 camps. One here and one right here. We're going to do 2 sawmills. Get ourselves a road going down into one and then the other. Perfection. And then we're going to get ourselves up a warehouse. After we get that, we can start on our first houses. So this is the cool part. We're essentially just doing a 4 by 3. It's really, really straightforward and simple. And by leaving this middle space open, we can put almost every building in the early stages of the game in between it by removing just a few houses. I've been trying to figure out like what the best starting pattern is, and this is doing ridiculously well. I was doing 3 by 3s, but the 3 by 4 is honestly there. And you could just fill the middle with anything that you want to make it look pretty. You know, it adds that authentic feel. So we're going to get a bunch of these up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What's great is we don't have to stop. So we're going to get 9 of these up in total. And just to let you know, you can just copy paste. So if you click the copy tool down here, you don't have to keep doing this over and over again. Especially when you're in the demo right now, you know, we only have so much time. So we can get 9 of these up real quick. You can take these patterns. So what I found out is if I remove these 2 here, I can fit a market and a tavern right there. I can eventually start removing these houses and adding other things that help with the area. So we're going to unlock our first thing. We're going to get our fishing hut up right here. Get a road to it. We actually want to build this up as fast as possible. We're going to get a porridge stand over here. 2 of them. And 1 oat farm. And as soon as we get these resources in, we will be in business. Get the fish up. We'll get the oat farm next. And in the demo, it's counting real time. So whether you're paused, or actually I think if you're paused, it may stop. No, it doesn't stop even then. So whatever speed you're going, go fast. But we're going to get this out, and I'm going to show you how cool it is. All right, field up first, then we'll get the porridge. Okay, we'll get these basic things going that will help us with our population. I may even move to get us another woodcutter up, simply because I feel like we're going really slow, and we need a lot of wood. So let's do it. Let's get a sawmill, and we'll get another woodcutter up. Beautiful. Okay, we got the basics. Get a bunch more houses up. Get those populations. All right, so this is what I was talking about. You remove the 2 here. Look at that. Perfect marketplace and a perfect tavern right in the middle. This is a good start. You just do 4 by 3 and you do 9 of them like this, you're off to the races. Then what you have are your tunics and your hats. So what you're going to discover is you can't just fit everything in the middle and hit everything perfectly. You actually have to kind of like pick, this is going to be the smart area of town. This is going to be the area that concentrates on wealth. So this only really works for the beginning stages, but if you look at it, so I can destroy these 2 houses and place him here. And then I can place the hats over here. It's not a bad idea. Or I can destroy the houses and place it here. Also not a bad idea. This is just a really simple way of doing things. But I think I would prefer to destroy potentially 3 houses here. And so we can get the spinner. And we can get the hats. And it hits pretty much everybody. Almost everybody. It's not bad. You're going to need a city watch and things like that. And that's where you can start cutting into towns right here. You can see, though, that we do need a warehouse, right? So that's the other problem. And with the warehouse, where I would place it personally is up here on this like this little area where we're also going to place the temple. So we'll place the warehouse kind of off to the side, like right here. The road access is perfect there. Let's get the marketplace up, and let's get the tavern up, and let's get all these houses up. Boom, boom, boom. And so now we need to focus on getting a hemp farm up, getting a sheep farm up. Beautiful. I don't know. Trying to do. Yeah, I can't fit it in. There we go. All right. So we have a good thing going on right here. We're missing a little good, but he's doing a good job. I think we might need to get 2 of these oat farms up. I think it's that 1-to-1 ratio I was talking about earlier. And you can see you can go to your production tab and say, okay, who's screwing up? Right now, hats are in production. It says that we're producing enough, that current and potential is 1 and 2. So that tells me that we actually could do one more. But I think we have enough right now, and I don't want to spend any more money, so we're just going to ignore it until it becomes a problem. What I like to do with all my problems. Okay, and so we're getting the houses up, getting the population up, getting all these things that they need. And yeah, it's looking sleek. They have almost all their needs. They just need the silly hats. The silly hats are coming, guys. They are coming. Got the sheep over here going. Okay, so the whole area is built up. Now, the premise is if I had room, I could keep going. What's cool about this design, though, is that you can just keep pushing it in any direction that you want, and you don't have to really think. And so if I want to go down this way, if I have just enough room to do, we can do that. There's a little bit of a lip around here. And, you know, it's not always going to be perfect, but that constant expansion is really neat. And so we're at a great risk of fire chance right now. So we're going to come in and look at things that we can construct. We need to start upgrading houses. I'm going to pick the top part. That seems to be like where, because we can put the second tier stuff up here. It's not going to be able to hit everything. All right. A couple of them are up. All right. So, and this is what I was talking about, where it's going to be hard to put everything in the middle. But I can destroy a couple of houses and put something right here. So up here, this is looking smart, right? It hits almost every house in the game. So destroy these 2 houses. There we go. We got our fire. And we have enough room, if I slap it like this, to put something else in the future. For get rid of fights. Look how much bigger this one is. So you could even say, hey, you know what? Let's just destroy this. Place this right here. It just gives you a lot of options. And then now we have a 2x2 in this area. And that's what I like about this design, is that you just have all these options. And then if you go even further, you can say, hey, just remove all of these houses, right? Slap this over here. Put the hospital in the middle here. You have a nice little 3x3 area here. But you're going to need to relocate this somewhere. So that gives you the ability to put something you need. Like, you know, the artisan guy here. There's going to be more stuff like sandals and stuff that we need. And then the custodial watch, we can just place that realistically. Where do we want to put it? Probably right here would be a good spot. Yeah, the middle sections with the 2 houses, these seem to be pretty tight. Okay, and now we have plenty of room for the additional buildings that we need. It's awesome. Now we do need to get some clay tiles, so we'll go up here. And you can place 2 of the tillers. We're going to do 1 simply because I don't want to do too much coal right now, and I don't want to do too many weird things. I'm going to place them out in the woods. Going to get ourselves a warehouse as a middle point. Going to run this. Now, you're also limited by the area you have, right? You do need something kind of sharp that's going to get the job done, and I think this will do it. Now, you can place the Governor Villa right here if you feel like it. I might even say put it to the side and build out this way. The Governor Villa is going to give you prestige bonuses, and that's pretty awesome. This isn't a bad spot for it, to be honest, just simply because of how it lines up with everything. We'll just place it here for now and continue on. Another cool thing is if you look at this, it's like 1 tile short of being a 3x4, which is crazy. It seems like the 3x4, everything just lines up with it pretty decent. So we're going to do another 3x4 right here. As you can see, we run the road. Look at that. Almost exactly the same size. And we can even still fit houses in right here with the warehouse. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of silly how well this works. So we'll get some clay tiles here. We have insufficient workforce, so let's upgrade some more houses. Oh, that's beautiful right there. Get all those up. So you can see just in this one little area here. So in total, we have we have a 4x3. The 4x3 strikes again, and then a couple of guys down here. But yes, it's pretty much the whole area, and we definitely want to get up Firewatch now, and we want to start getting into bread production. So we are going to need a grain extractor, which we're going to put over here. We'll get ourselves a bridge across the way. Beautiful. And we'll get up 2 wheat farms. Now, don't mind that I'm just kind of willy-nillying these things, because we really just don't, with the timer on the demo, we just don't have enough time to sit here and optimize all this stuff, nor does it matter, really, because we're not going to go too much further than this. So the bakery is going to cause fire safety. So that's why you want to get the fire guy up first. And then now what we need for the baker, look how big this is. This is a 4x5, okay? So that's what I was kind of saying. Like, you're not going to be able to have everything in the middle because you'll just have such few places that you can place houses. Now, you could probably figure out some kind of design that looks okay. But what I would suggest is that you pick your battles. You could even try putting these the other direction, right? So that you have more sideways areas. That could work. If this was 4 tiles tall instead of 3, it would be a lot easier to fit these things in. But it's it does, if I put another row of houses, it negates it, and that's just kind of it. Is that you're gonna have one section of the town and the other, so you're almost at a point where you're like, okay, this is gonna be the plebeians, the Liberty are on the left, right, and the plebeians are on the right. And then that way you can focus those buildings that you think are going to generate better results for that setup. But I like this because we can just keep moving it out. And if I need to do anything, I have that inner area. This is a very simplistic grid design, but it's also a good island setup. Like, you go to a new island, you just set this up. Now, most likely, I will definitely be designing cities that are a little bit more unique than this. But I like this as a concept for the demo and just trying to get things done really quick and trying to expand your population as fast as possible. Okay. All right, so for the bread maker, we're going to choose a spot over here. I'm going to take out these 2 houses here, and we're going to get up a bakery right here. Now I'm going to place it here, and on these back roads, we're going to have a road coming in the back here, probably like a well or something. Now, do we have mackerels on this island? We do have mackerels on this island, so that means that we can do all of this. If you don't have mackerels, you'll just need to go off to another island and get them and send them in for trade. So this gives us garum. It's like a fish paste. Now, this gives us happiness of -2, but income of +1. And this is nasty stuff. But we love it. We love it because it's money. And again, delete these 2 buildings here. Put the garum down. We're going to have some nasty negatives from this. We can place something else here. Let's get the city watch up, and let's get the health buildings up next. We got lots of good room. So yeah, some of this we can put here. But this is great. You just have that ability to interchange as much as you want. You can move really quick with this design. And it looks like we are running low on labor. So currently we are missing a market over here. The market only hit these 2 places, so we're going to need markets over here again. Not everyone's going to have a market. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I really do like this setup, though. And, like, yeah, you're going to have areas where things just don't make sense. And then you're going to have to think on your feet, right? This kind of stuff, you're just going to have to go with the flow. So we're just going to throw some stuff on the side, make it work. And we are missing currently forage. Oh, shit. We had a fire. All right, we're going to do instant repair. So, yeah, we probably should put a fire department over here in our industry area. I got really caught up in decorating. Okay. Should be in good shape. We got a fire department now. We have a massive fire risk from all these bonuses. I'm just trying to quickly show you what you can do. And we're positive. We're 305 positive. A lot of really unhappy people. Okay, and now we've unlocked all this. So the sanctuary, as you can see, is massive. And the Grammaticus is massive. Again, you can cut out anything. So what I think we're going to do is move this down. And we're going to put the Grammaticus right here in the design. But boom, hits everybody. Now the temple, you can place realistically anywhere. And it's going to do a good job. And it also, if you place it sideways, will fit in one of these. But it's a little weird, right? It is a little weird. And so this might be one where you decide to have a bigger city. This is where it gets a little challenging. And we'll just put it here for now. And you can always move this stuff. So if you want to move, you know, your medical, which isn't a bad idea. Like if I destroy this road, destroy these 2 houses, move the kitchen sideways, move this over, right? Then I take, oh, look how close that is. Okay. So we're gonna move the visual out of here. We're gonna move this guy in. This is what I like about this design though, is you don't have to destroy everything. You can just destroy a couple of things, move things around, and you're in good shape. Okay, cool. So Firewatch, this is the most important one. This needs to be brought in somewhere. And this is actually an easy thing to do. We just take our starting center, right? Destroy everything. Take the market and just move it over one tile like this. We're going to move it towards the places that we like. Then you can take them. Boom. There you go. And now you have 2x2 tiles that you can place other buildings in. So I'm just messing around with this and I'm finding all types of cool uses for this. There we go. City Watch. Fire risk is down. Look at that. We got max religion. We're going to set her as our patron. Doesn't really matter. Get the governor villa up. Okay, let's make sure we have enough fish. Oh, we did not get up this farm. Okay, that was wrong. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so we need to get these farms up. Whatever. That will do it. Another cool thing you can do with this, I'm going to show you. So we haven't unlocked it yet, but there are these 2x2 tiles. One is a well, and one is a lookout post, and they each give happiness and lower fire chance. If you destroy one house right here in this design, this is another reason why this design is stupidly OP. Place it there, then pull a road down. Look at that. You can place both buildings. They're small little buildings. They have a small little sphere. You can place them both right here. You got this whole section right here. Same amount of housing. So you can just, it's like Lincoln logging, or I don't know if it's Lincoln logs, but you can just mend and change things however you want with this 4x3. It's really good. Okay, look at that. But boom, we got tech. And so we were able to get just insane bonuses. And then, yeah, you'll just probably have to have a side area. I mean, you could you could easily just destroy a couple houses and then move him around, right? Put him here, destroy a couple houses, move him over here, and you're back in business, right? So that's what I mean by this design just being ridiculously fluid. Do that. Perfect. I got a decrease, but that's all right. We don't need nice things. And then you can add houses back into the design. And we have so many freaking people, though, that I need way more production. So we got to up the ante here. And what's cool is we have ornaments and decorations and all these things that we can cycle through. Special ornaments. And this is not actually all of them. So, yeah, got to keep that in mind. You can add these little gazebo things. Yes. We got trees. We got statues. We got big old fountains. Got plazas. So you can decorate all of these however you want to. There you go. And yeah, so if you want to put the ground down before you put the fountain, that will help you out here. That's great. So it's just cool. You can just make little inner courtyard areas. You can do whatever you want. Start making this place look a little cooler, right? And this one's actually pretty neat because I think you can place roads through them, but I think you have to do that after the fact. They're a little different. Maybe not. Maybe not those ones. Yeah, these are cool. Got little pillars. Not bad. Got beautiful trees that we can start placing all over. Nice. All right, and there we go. We have made our city. It's pretty sweet, pretty detailed. But this is just a taste. This is just a taste. If I had more time in the demo, I could sit here for 4 hours, really fine-tuning everything. But this is a really effective way to design your early cities, just so you can get as much gameplay in as possible. And also, if you're just starting an island and you don't really want to think about it. Now remember, once you get a working model of something, you just use the copy tool. You can just copy it over and over and over. Anyway, special shout out to my patrons and members. Check out my other videos. Linked in the description and linked right now on the screen. Everybody have a good rest of your day.